What is going on, everybody? First and foremost, I do want to say thank you guys for tuning in. And if you are, I'm just letting you know, this is going to be the most important, probably the best video I've ever going to put on YouTube. And the reason being is I'm going to give you guys the blueprint. Yes, the blueprint on how to regain your confidence, especially if you're in your late 20s or even in your early 30s. All right. And when I say regain confidence, it's not just about being happy and all that stuff, like losing 40 plus pounds, getting chiseled muscles, getting the chiseled jawline, having energy to hang out with your kids, having energy for your wife, or going on multiple dates because you're single and you're feeling good and feeling confident, better in the bedroom, everything, okay? Because at the end of the day, I know you're doom scrolling. I know everything that you see on social media is all these kids in their early 20s. You don't know if you should be taking advice from them. And there's not a lot of people that can actually understand, relate to you, okay? And that's where I come in. I understand your pain. And I'm here to give you the blueprint, the secret sauce that works for me and hundreds of clients that I've had that have seen multiple success stories through this all. I'm gonna be talking about a few in this video as well. Just so you know, the video is a bit long, but I promise you there's a lot of valuable information here and you can always come back to this video as well, all right? And yeah, I'd love to connect with you guys and enjoy this video.
All right, what up, everybody? If you are watching this, I truly appreciate it. And this is telling me that you are finally taking it serious. You are about to take yourself to the next level, and that's what you want to do. And that is why you are interested in the Prime Reset Blueprint. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to run down through everything from the questions you might have to what the Prime Reset Blueprint is, to pricing, to all that good stuff, maybe getting to know me a little bit. And then if you have any more questions, obviously, please reach out. Let's set up a meeting. But this is just kind of helping you, answer some questions prior to maybe talking to me or starting something up. All right. So let's get into it. All right. Reclaiming your prime in 180 days. Men in their 30s, it's time to regain your confidence and feel like you're in your 20s again by losing body fat, gaining muscle with sustainable systems that fit around your schedule that you will get to use forever in 180 days or less. It's my proven system that I've used on myself and hundreds of clients called the Prime Reset Blueprint. Because being in your 30s isn't old, bro. You're in your prime. You're just finally realizing it. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, that hits hard, okay? Because you are in your prime. I can guarantee you results, all while not taking away your favorite foods, your weekends out, time with your family and friends. All it takes is a little discipline and just following it step by step. How do I know? Because I do it. I do all of it, okay? Now, before I get into what the Prime Reset Blueprint is all about, I'd like to talk about some of the foundations and show you clients that have seen crazy results in literally 90 to 180 days, and they all have either worked corporate jobs, traveled constantly, and made all the excuses in the world, but the major difference is they finally decided to make that next step. And I'm sorry if the PowerPoint goes down for a second or not, just so, dude, I'm going to be as raw and as authentic as I possibly can because I think that's just really important, okay? I don't want to give you the most professional presentation. I ain't the smartest guy in the world either. The only thing I'm smart at is taking care of your body and taking care of mine, okay? That's all I really know. And so going back to this, I say 90 to 180 days. I'm going to tell you this, guys. You're going to see results in 30 days or less. I guarantee it. Okay. I know the system works. Okay. It just does. And let's go to the next one and see, here we go. We're already starting off slow. This PowerPoint doesn't want to work. Here we go. All right. The next one, the Prime Reset Blueprint. This proven system has transformed hundreds of clients, all without sacrificing favorite foods, weekends out, or time with family. Being in your 30s isn't old. You're just now finally realizing it. You are in your prime. A little discipline and following the system step by step. So that was me. That was probably me 6 to 8 months into training because you can see I'm a little cut up, but just got into it. And then boom, turned into that thing. All right. But keep in mind, I've manipulated my body a lot. We'll kind of get into it when I do my little backstory. But I want to show you that this is not something I've done with enhancements or any PEDs. I'm 100% natural. I still am. And I just love that about myself, and I love that about clients that want to take that route still. And again, there's nothing wrong with taking those enhancements when it's absolutely needed. Okay. The thing is, 99% of the time, it's not needed. You just think you do, and then you're looking at enough social media stuff and brain rot content, thinking and making you feel like you should do it. But it's before you take these quote unquote shortcuts, let's learn to hold ourselves accountable and actually take care of ourselves before we actually need that. Okay. So I'm telling you right now, even for me, I've always considered it, and I realized I don't need it yet. I just don't. And all my clients felt the exact same way, especially after 30 days. Okay. Here's some real results and real people. So I covered one of the faces. He is a pretty well-known creator. And again, guys, I'm going to show you just a few of my clients, and these are going to be as raw as possible. And keep in mind, all these results are between 30 to 60 days, not even 180 days. The reason being I didn't show you the 180-day result is because some of these clients actually didn't make it that far because they learned all of it to a point that they're like, oh, I'm gonna just leave. And then they come to find out they come back to me later. Okay. But that's how much my methods work. They get so confident that they're like, then they start making excuses and get out, right? But I'm gonna try to make it a little bit more serious and a little bit more holding you accountable to make sure you see it through. Because the goal is not for you to just feel your confidence and leave, but I want you to actually understand it and be able to take this with you. Because all my clients in the past, they still use these systems and they still text me even a year or two later going like, the reason why I'm still in shape is because of what you taught me from 2-3 years ago. Okay. And I absolutely love hearing that. But back to this client, I just don't want to put his business out there too much because he is a pretty well-known creator, but that is his results in 30 days. No enhancements, no nothing, and didn't take away anything. And this guy parties a lot. Okay, parties a lot. So could he have seen better results? Sure. But 30 days, pretty good. Pretty good. And he was only working out 3, maybe 4 times a week because that's all he wanted to do. Okay. My next client, Big Mike, dude, look at that looks maxing aura right there. Look at the chiseled jawline. That's the same shirt. Okay. In his story, I got 2 funny stories. His story, his mom came to me. Okay. He works a corporate job, all that stuff. Very shy, wasn't social at all. Okay. Wasn't a social guy at any rate. And, not to put his stuff out there, but, he's just living with his mom and working. And he would see me on social media and so would his parents. And, finally someone reached out and said, hey, I don't know if you're the one to help me, but, I would love my son to work with you. So what we did is we set up a meeting, we did all that, and he ended up just being an all-star client, man. I mean, look at him. Okay. And we didn't take anything away from him. If anything, he just dedicated himself even more. He's like, I didn't want a cheat meal. I don't want a cheat meal. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I go with how you want to go. So it's like, we're teammates through this whole thing. Okay. We're Jordan and Pippen. So, we're going to keep working off each other. I'm going to help you whenever you need it. You're going to be the Michael Jordan and I'm going to do all the cleanup for you. Okay. I'm going to make your job easier. And I can prove it right there. And that guy right there, Big Mike, he shows it. He shows it. He showed the commitment level, and he did that in 60 days. So didn't even get to 180 days. You should see him now, okay? And again, the reason why I don't show you the 180-day results is not because some of them don't finish it. It's because at the end of the day, you guys want fast results, okay? I'm not trying to show you the end results of everything because that's what everyone does. I said I'm going to be as authentic and raw as possible. I know you want to see what it looks like in 30 days and what it's like in 60 days. It's just like if you're trying to make a bunch of money every month, you want to see if you can scale your businesses. If you can scale within 30 days, 60 days, you don't want to see if it scales in 180 days. You should see it in 180 days, but that's a long time. No one has time for that, right? Okay. Our next client is Alex, and he's going to be a success story that we're going to talk about later. This is only 30 days. That is only 30 days. We have a whole person. He's going to be a personal story that we're going to talk a little bit later. And he's a high-level corporate worker, 9-to-5 type job, and just, kind of similar story as Mike, except he has a fiance and everything. But we're going to get into him later. Last but not least is he already looks semi-fit from the beginning, right? But then he got extremely ripped. And I'm just letting you know, he's done the full 180 days, and he still trains with me till this day. And I can mention him. He's actually a pretty well-known content creator. He is part of Nom Life. So if you're a foodie, you watch all the food stuff, that's him. So he's a videographer and the person that is in some of the videos and episodes and all that stuff. And he has gone to me because he just didn't know how to eat properly because he was going to all these different countries eating foods that he's like, I don't know how much protein's in here. I don't know that. And it's like, dude, let me handle it. Okay. As long as we hit the other bases, as long as you're training properly, you can still eat all that and you can still drink. You can still smoke a cig here and there, right? and get it going and look at those results. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, he has those genetics, man. He looks better than me now. Dude is just ripped, okay? Just ripped. And man, I mean, he's also 31. So, I mean, killing it, guys. So, these are some of the results. Obviously, there's plenty more. I have some girls as well. But these are just people that I wanted to show you. Let's get to the next one. Is this for you? Okay. Are you trying to shed stubborn body fat? Are you single and ready? Are you a family man? Or are you a former athlete? Simple as that, okay? Stubborn belly fat, that's anyone, right? You can go to any trainer for that, but I'm going to show you the right way. Are you single and ready? Are you in your 30s still single? Like me. But it's by choice, to be fair. But it's all about impressions, okay? And I get it. Even if you have a great job and everything, if you don't feel confident in your suit, if you don't feel confident going to work, if you don't feel confident walking down the street in your 30s, bro, the 30s is the new 20s, okay? This is the perfect time to get in shape, look great, feel good. So if you don't look good and you feel good, you're not going to have a great day and you're not going to feel good about yourself. So I'm here for you, okay? It's definitely for the single people that's trying to like, oh, yo, I'm trying to bag a baddie type thing. I'm here for you, man. Trust me, I got you, okay? And we can talk about that too, okay? Family man, okay? I love these clients, the ones that have a wife already or a fiance or they have kids and, you know, they prioritize them, which they should. If you have a family, they should come first, you know what I mean? But at the same time, just know like your health is just as important, okay? Money comes and goes. You can always make money, but time is something you'll never get back. And I'm a big believer in the fact that, you know, as even though you're taking care of your fiance or your girlfriend or kids, other family members, like if you don't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of them? And you're also going to be a role model specifically to your kids or to your wife or fiance or to your husband, however you look at it, right? If they see you working hard, they're going to work hard too. You need to be a good role model for them. And I love when my clients in these situations start working with me and they see that. They're like, whoa, like me getting in shape has helped them want to get in shape. Or it just brings better discipline within the house. And it just like, I've even had success stories where they're like, I used to never be able to feel like I can play with my kids. And now I have more energy than them. And, you know, that kind of puts me to tears or gets me a little emotional sometimes because like that is so important to me, guys. Like outside of training people, there's no better feeling than to give, you know, and to be able to give that type of gift to clients, to give back to their kids and family. Like, dude, it's so cool to be part of that process, you know? And last but not least, I relate to this really hard. Are you a former athlete? Did you lose your edge? You know what I mean? Like you were a college athlete, a high school athlete. You were that guy. I was that guy. You know, I even played professional basketball. Then I know you wake up and realize I don't have that step anymore. And then you don't really have an identity and you just want to like, you still want to feel that way. You're like, you know, you can't be that again, or maybe you can, but it's more like you just don't feel like you should be that far off. And trust me, I fell off and I was able to get back from doing this. I literally use this method all the time for myself as well. So next one. Natural transformation. This is another big point that I talk about in my content. And I want to make it very clear. I'm not against people who take PEDs or peptides. Okay. Eventually, you might have to take them. You never know. I might even take them eventually, but I don't see myself doing it anytime soon. Just because the fact that I'm able to do this method, this system, and it gets me back on track every single time, and all my clients do this and go, I never needed it. They will literally tell me that after maybe 2 months. Well, then why would I why would I do it? Plus I'm afraid of needles. So the reason why I chose this photo, guys, is again, I'm not here trying to show you the best photos of me every time. This is just a raw selfie of me in Hawaii. I was in Hawaii for a week eating whatever the hell I want. And I'm looking lean as shit right here, dude. Looking good. There's no filter, no nothing. I just wanted to put up a random photo because again, raw, authentic, words, raw and authentic photos and just being able to be completely transparent with you. Okay. So if you're in that mode where you're considering enhancements, okay, afraid of potential risks, but know deep down you still have it in you to do this naturally, Well, you do. Trust me, this program's for you. I also fell victim in this trap, but I realized that before I attempted any type of enhancement, was I actually holding myself accountable. The training, the sleeping, the eating correctly, being able to balance work and life. All you truly need is the right systems to get you back on track. I always go back to these methods, and I can proudly say I'm still 100% natural. I'm showing you a selfie photo of me in Hawaii, blah, blah, blah. I just said that. And oh, yeah, keep in mind, I forgot about that. I was only training maybe 20 minutes a day. And if you think I'm lying, if you go on my social media page, I literally show 20-minute workouts. Okay. It's not, it's there's a science to it, but there's also a method to it. Okay. And as much as I want to give that to you, I mean, that's the bread and butter of the training, baby. Okay. It's the bread and butter. So, blah, blah, blah. This method is not for you. Okay. It's not for you if you just want a traditional bodybuilding program. You can get that anywhere. You can chat GPT that if you want. Okay. And I'm letting you guys know now, none of my crap is chat GPT. You want to know why? Because I've done this long enough. I have a CSCS. I have a NASM. I have a DBC level 1 biomechanics of human body, human anatomy. Okay. That's for professional sports as well. I've done this. I know this. I don't need ChatGPT to tell me something. I don't, because that's not what's going to separate you at the end of the day. Okay? And a traditional bodybuilding, dude, if you're trying to be a bodybuilder, I don't think you're coming to me as a trainer anyways. Okay? I was only a bodybuilder maybe 10 years ago, not now. You expect a quick fix. Even though I've been showing you results in 30 days, 60 days, the fact that if you're somebody who just wants to see the instant result and then dip, it's not for you, man. Because I'm telling you right now, and you're going to hear this later in my stories, I think in the other slides, is a quick fix is good, but there's a lot of issues that come with it. Okay? You can rebound bad. If you don't learn enough and understand your body enough, it's going to affect you more when you're done and then when you start making mistakes. Because this method is supposed to teach you sustainable discipline, sustainable methods to help you keep staying on track with everything. So this is a lifelong thing for you. Okay? You make constant excuses. At the end of the day, guys, even if you did make the excuse, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to help you along the way. But my system, this Prime Reset, takes all the excuses out. And then on top of that, you have me helping you damn near 24/7. Like, if you're going to just keep fighting with me, then no. It's not worth it. It's not worth the money, and it's not worth my time. I have too many people that are willing to listen to what I have to say because they know if they join me, they're going to see results because I'm walking proof of it, and so are my clients. So if you're someone who just likes to sass back, talk back the whole time, please end this right now and dip, okay? Because I'm not here. I'm not taking that. I'm not saying my word is law, but I am not here to hold your hand and drag you. I will hold your hand and guide you, but I'm not going to hold your hand and drag you. Remember that. And last but not least, you don't believe it's possible. If you can't visualize your life in 180 days or less, you can't visualize your body, you can't visualize walking down the street and everyone looking at you, you can't visualize walking into your board meeting, people looking at you differently or treating you differently, because we have that imagination, right? If you can't imagine that, this is not for you. Because I need people to believe, I need people to imagine that they can do whatever. Because when you have that type of faith and that belief, I'm telling you right now, like, I'm a big believer in God. God will bless you. God's going to bless you regardless, okay? And the reason you're watching this, I'm pretty sure God brought you to this video. I'm sorry. I'm one of the few at this age that does what I does. Okay? I am not here selling you on fancy cars and money and new crazy methods, keto, carnivore, fast 48. I'm doing it the right way because there's not many of us. The truth about fat loss and muscle gain. And damn, who that? I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. That's me. That's me. That's me. You know. Follow this framework and you can do this the rest of your life. The goal isn't to keep you as a client forever. It's for you to finally understand your body and have sustainable results forever. Okay? That is my goal. If you stick with this program, you are going to learn so much. You're going to learn so much that you're like, why did I not like do this sooner? Okay? And I'm telling you right now, like, people are going to think you're a genius afterwards because you're going to understand these methods so much that you're going to start teaching people I would hope that you just bring them to me. You know what I mean? Like, homeboy got to make a living too. But you're gonna look so good and feel good about yourself to a point you're gonna start telling people what you are doing. Okay, trust me, I've seen clients do it. I love it. At the end of the day, I'm not a hating person. I have nothing but love for everyone. So, if that's what you want to do, man, go do it. You know what I mean? Just give me a little high five. Still like my posts and stuff like that. Um, Next thing is, here are the two most important factors. I'm sure you hear it all the time, but mine is a little bit different because I'm going to be transparent with you. Okay, it's understanding nutrition and proper training. Okay, it's not just calories in, calories out. You're going to actually learn about your body because I'm here to teach you. If you're my client, I am teaching you. I'm not chat GPTing anything. I'm going to teach you how your body works because your body is different from Kevin, from Michael, to Benji Jr., to Gabe something. You know what I mean? Like, everyone is different. Okay. So I know what we need, and you never know. You might be allergic to certain things. You can't have this, or maybe stuff that you did like is actually not good for you. Vice versa. You know what I mean? Proper training. This is not a TikTok gym bro plan, and this is not your typical bodybuilding plan. We're gonna maximize your time and signal real growth while burning fat. Guys, the methods will fit your day, whether it's 20 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, whatever you're capable of doing. We're going to figure it out. Okay. And all it is maximizing your training and making sure we're hitting the right amount of sets, the amount of reps and intensity for everything. Okay. And some days you don't even need the actual weight room. You don't even need a gym sometimes. Something you do at home. Trust me, I take all of your excuses out. All of it. Next thing. Why most programs fail. And this is a big one. So let me move my little ugly face to the middle. Okay. Why most programs fail. The placebo effect. They make you sweat and starve. You follow a bodybuilder mindset, calorie deficit without education, screwed up metabolism, weight gain, rebound. Okay. And a really good example is actually, if you guys go on Netflix, there's I think it's called The Biggest Loser. They literally talk about it. And I loved that documentary because I had clients in this same situation that would second guess me, and they watched the documentary on their own. I didn't even tell them to. They just did it on their own. They go, whoa, okay, you're right, because they saw like a really glorified version of it, someone like really obese, and then seeing the effects of what I'm saying, right? And what happens is a lot of trainers, dude, if I put you in a calorie deficit and I make you sweat, you think you're working hard, okay? But sometimes you might be overworked. Sweating doesn't mean you're doing better. You can work out and not sweat and still get a good workout, right? And the calorie deficit thing, if I starve you enough, you're going to lose weight. But the point is to not starve you. The point is to fill you up with the right macronutrients, micronutrients, and in total calories to help you lose weight, okay? Different type of calories. If you can lose weight on 2,000 calories, you never know. You can maybe lose weight on 2,400 calories. I will figure that out for you. And then you will know how many calories is good for you or not. You'll always know your starting point. I literally figured it out for you. Okay? And what you eat within that 2,000 calories is very important as well. And you will go over sometimes. That's okay. Okay? And a lot of these other trainers, they give you a bodybuilder mindset, which is I'm like tired of talking about this, but it's like a lot of trainers just throw you into like some IFBB workout or a workout that they do because they're super big and buff, and they don't realize, like, dude, the workout you do at 23, 24 is not the same as someone who does it in their 30s, okay? I'm 33, about to be 34, okay? The way I trained in my 20s cannot be the same. Cannot be the same. Can I get the same results? Yes, but you got to train properly. And that's what I'm saying is find someone that's relatable and has gone through it. Not only was I a natural bodybuilder, I was a professional athlete. I was an actual personal trainer for professional sports teams, college teams, and high school teams. I've trained kids from elementary all the way up to the pros, women, men, obese, not obese. You know what I mean? Like, I've done it all, okay? So I think I know a thing or two about understanding what you actually need. And the prime reset difference is sustainable results. Learning your body naturally. No shortcuts. Feel good again. Be that guy specifically. I want you to understand yourself so well that nutrition and your body is the least of your worries. That's what I want for you. And it's actually the least of my worries every day. My biggest worry is making sure I'm on time with making sure I'm talking to you guys. And that's not even hard for me. I love talking to you guys. I love talking to my clients. Okay. My clients, 95% of them turn into my friends because that's what it should be. I'm your partner, man. I want you to win. And when someone wants you to win, man, you just end up being like, yo, you're my homie. You know what I mean? Because how many people do you have really in, behind you right now, other than family and maybe a couple friends, right? It doesn't hurt to have another guy, right? And then, of course, learning your body naturally. Once you understand, things get smoother, things get easier, and then you can go from there. Let's go to the next slide. Here I go, not figuring out how to do this again. Okay, let's click this little button. I'm not the smartest Asian. I'm only smart when it comes to fitness stuff. So boom, here's a little 10-year little. Let's talk about me now a little bit. So if you're sick of me, you don't want to hear about my background, maybe skip this part, right? But boom, that top photo looking pretty juicy. Middle, that was me when I was playing pro ball in Mongolia. I actually won the dunk contest there. Yeah, I was an international dunk contest champion. And then the bottom is just my natural body as a model, and me running through owning my own jewelry brand, which we can talk about a little bit later. But yeah, that is me normally right now. And I'm able to still work with big brands like Nike, Young LA, White Rabbit, Dragon Pharma. A lot of them are my sponsors as well. And that's because I have the body and framework that is most desirable. It is. You think the super buff look is what you want? We can get there. I can get there if I want. I just don't like that build anymore. I don't. Because the older you get, man, especially when you're single, let's just be honest. Let's be honest. Girls, they don't care about how big you are. You notice that, okay? The bigger you get, the more jacked you get, the more dudes you get. You ain't getting that girl that you want. They just kind of look at you and go, hey, he really likes himself, right? But if you just have that right amount of shape, like, wow, he really takes care of himself, and you know how to have a good time, you know how to have fun, and you know how to keep a conversation, or not even have a conversation, just have a good frame, they will talk to you. All you need is a good set of shoulders and a nice back, a little slim little tummy. You know what I mean? I get you there. But yeah, been doing this for over 10 years. My early career, the reason why I want to talk about this is to show how I can relate to you, because I am not some 22-year-old kid who fell into amazing genetics and then just started training people and buying fancy cars after 1 year. Okay, I have done this for a long time. My early career, I worked multiple sales jobs. I worked at GNC. I worked at Dick's Sporting Goods. I worked at Abercrombie and Fitch back in the day, the 2000s. You know what I mean? I worked corporate. I was a intern and accountant at a automotive supplier because I went to school for supply chain management in Detroit, Michigan. And the car company stuff is huge out there. But I did accounting work and supply chain work and debit disputes for GMC, one of the car companies. And I hated it, clearly, so I left. Then I also did personal training on the side. I was a personal trainer. I worked at all girl gyms. And then I worked as a normal personal trainer. And Anytime Fitness specifically was where I started. And then I kind of did independent stuff. And later on in my career, I opened up my own gym for kids and professional athletes, which was called Top One Performance. But that's later on. Number two, when it came to getting big, I know how to, did naturally. I won my first men's physique show. And then I landed top 20 in 2014 at the Arnold Classic. Yes, the Arnold Classic. Was I the biggest? No, but I was the most ripped. And I still placed in the top 20, man. I'm proud of it with no enhancements going against all of these old folks. Or dudes I even looked up to, and they were just cocked. But, I was just proud to be up there and got a lot of compliments because I was just a very aesthetic guy. But that time, I was asked or offered to get on enhancements for sponsorship purposes. And I said no. And that's actually, to be honest with you, what made me stop doing bodybuilding shows. Because I didn't think it was healthy. And I just didn't like the route that I had to go if I were to do it, right? But luckily, I got back into basketball because I played college basketball. I was a high school basketball star as well. And I ended up being the first Asian American to play as an American import overseas, known for explosive dunks and a chiseled physique. I played for the Orlando Magic development team, the Erie Bayhawks, in 2014. Ended up breaking my ankle. I played overseas in Mongolia, Korea, Iceland, et cetera, all that good stuff. And, I didn't do a good job documenting it because early phase, no socials, and I just didn't view it that way. Okay, like if you guys know me now, I'm using my socials. My biggest mistake was I didn't utilize socials. I didn't see that. I had more of like a Kobe mentality where I just wanted to hoop, I just wanted to make my money, and I just loved basketball. But I didn't see the benefit of things outside of it, right? So it was a bit toxic. But yeah, I was the first one to play overseas before Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin, when Linsanity was going on, I was still in college, but then he was still in the NBA, and then I went overseas as an import, and then he ended up going to as an import after. And yeah, it's kind of crazy to be in the history books for that. And I'm really proud of that. Unfortunately, it's not really talked about. Would I love it to? Sure, but whatever. That's a little thing between you and I, right? But yeah, that was a really cool experience, and I loved it, and it built a network for me. But my biggest bread and butter when I was playing basketball was my body. I got jobs specifically because who wanted an Asian guy back then over like a tall D1 guy? They're like, this guy can jump out the building and he's jacked. And in other countries, bodybuilding was such a big thing still. It's like coming up. Now we're in the cusp of everything. TikTok's growing everything. They're like, who is this Asian dude with broad shoulders and veins coming out of his biceps playing ball, right? So that was great. But after I retired, I opened up my own training business. I wanted to be close to my family and my past relationship at the time. So I ended up slimming down because I just wanted to be a little bit more athletic. I didn't really want to be a bodybuilder look. And then, yeah, I ended up training kids to pro athletes that played in the NBA and overseas as well. And then helping parents and older obese clients as well lose weight. And on top of that, I was helping kids play college basketball. So I had this whole gym, programs and everything, and I was kind of running through all of that. And as much as I loved all of that, I didn't feel real value anymore. I felt like I can do more with my life. And this is where social media and things started to open up. And I'm sorry, guys, when the light goes down because this is all new to me too. But yeah, I just wanted more for myself. So ended up packing my bags, moving to Los Angeles, gave up a very successful business back home just to find myself more because I believe life is all about taking chances and taking risks. And I hope that's a way we can relate because I know right now you have your setbacks. I know you feel like it's too late or maybe I'm just a fraud just like any other trainer. But I'm not, man. I'm living proof of this. I'm living proof of this. I'm somebody who's always willing to take a chance on myself. I stand on 10 every single moment of it. And I'm going to do that just for you. And if you guys see my credentials and see my background, you see I can make it to the next level at virtually anything. But it's not about me anymore. The most beautiful gift I can give and the thing that God has taught me, I don't know if you're a believer in God, I am, is giving. I want to give. I want to give. And I know at the end of the day, what am I willing to give when I'm 50, when I'm 40? It's training. I will always love training. I will always love lifting weights. And I'll always do it the right way. That's it. It's something that'll always be there. Basketball's going to stop one day, right? Modeling, act, that's going to stop one day. But taking care of your body will never stop. And I want to be living proof of that, and I want to show you guys that. I would love for you guys to be in these systems and realize that you can carry this on for the rest of your life. All right, next one. I've got a little sentimental there. Man, I suck at PowerPoints. All right, I'm going to click this little button again. Okay, my personal reset journey. Let's move me again. So I'm going to read this, and I'll kind of go into it after. My personal reset journey. Okay, so how can I relate to you? I retired early during COVID and being away from family, which somehow led me into content creating and doing work that didn't deal with training. And just so you know, guys, this just made me realize this is how raw and authentic I am. I will talk my ass off, realizing I already talked about kind of what before the even slide even showed up. Okay, because again, I'm not here to give you something professional. I'm here to give you something relatable and tell you that I'm always here for you. So bear with me if you're like, hey, dude, you're pissing me off or something. Okay, but led me into content creating and didn't deal with training that much. For a good 2 years, I lost myself. Yes, I was still training, but I wasn't prioritizing my diet and training. I fell into the trap of thinking I needed to be a specific person to create relationships, which led me to partying, alcohol, and drugs, and so much more. And I'm not proud to say that. Even though I was still a fit guy, I was going on constant benders until I finally woke up and realized I don't want to train anymore. I had no energy to get up. I started skipping the gym. I started laying on the damn couch during my time off and started putting it to the side. The gym became a chore, and when at one point it was my whole identity and what made me successful, it made me feel like I was that guy. I considered PEDs and peptides and started comparing myself to other athletes due to the fact that I work next to them since I'm sponsored by some of the biggest brands in the world, specifically Young LA and all that. These young cats that are looking great, right? But before I even said I was going to inject something or use some type of needle into my body, I told myself to go back into my roots. Cut the alcohol, cut the crazy consistent nights, put myself first a bit, and only prioritize family and friends and foods that I love. This was the perfect way to see if my system worked. Yes, before I wanted to give this to you guys, I had to make sure I'm willing to do it. Why would I show you something, train you in something that I won't even do? Right? I'm a big believer in that. If I won't do it, then why would I give it to you? Right? Everything I show you and teach you, I've done it 100 times. Okay. So, like I said, within this moment, well, let me finish it and then we can go. Literally, in 60 days, I saw my energy and strength come back. I made better choices. I was able to still eat pizza and see my friends and hang out. I was able to pick and choose days where I can still go out and have fun, but now it doesn't affect me as hard. I was able to get up and I want to go to the gym. It was truly a prime reset. I'm in my mid 30s and I'm still looking like I'm in my 20s, all because I started making the right choices, but finding ways to balance it out with my typical life and not sacrificing things that I enjoy. Okay? So, guys, I'm just like you in so many ways. Okay? I got caught up. And I got, when I went from pro sports, super disciplined, to now content creating and kind of getting caught up in this whole social media world. I hate admitting this, but I mean, I just want to be real with you guys. I was never a partier. I was never like anyone who drank or drug, nothing, dude. I was clean, super fit, like that discipline. That was me, and that's why I made it so far in life, right? And then I got caught up, just like anyone else, and just like how life happens, if you have kids or family or, your environment, like I get it. I'm just like you. I fell off. And it wasn't like I got like bad or anything. It was like I was still fit, but it just wasn't me. And again, at our age, guys, you got to remember, the older you get, the harder it is to come back. The harder it is to come back. But I'm not saying you have to cut it out. I'm just saying you have to, have it in doses, right? Or at least have the discipline to say no sometimes. You can still have benders. You can, and still look good. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out for you. Don't worry. Alcohol, yeah, you can still have it, but it's like, let me teach you, let me show you the systems of how we can add that in or incorporate it into your daily. Okay. And at the end of the day, guys, I'm telling you, when you do these workouts, when you do this method, you're not going to want to drink as much. You're not going to want to do a lot of these things that I'm talking about. I'm just telling you that even if you do, you're still going to see results. But I'm telling you, after 30 days, because it really does take 21 to 30 days to build a habit, you're going to tell yourself, like, I don't need this. I was doing this every weekend, guys. I own a jewelry brand. My jewelry brand is focused on raves and rave culture and entertainment. When I went back into this reset, and then one of my other clients, who I won't say like my friend, but like he's in like our industry, he paid me and then we did it together in a way. He even said, like, dude, I don't even want to, I can go to this event, but like, man, I don't want to drink. I just feel so good. And I said the same thing. I've been going to events now, not needing anything. And I'm not gonna say drinking mostly, like it was drugs. That was my biggest vice at one point. I just felt like I had to be a part of it. And now I just don't have a care for it. And that's because it's really all in your head, man. It's all in your head. I'm telling you. And you just need the right support system. And I'm telling you, I'm that guy. I am that guy for you. That's what you need. If it's not your friends, it's not your family or your environment, then it's gonna be me. Okay? Because you just need one person in your life to push you. And one person who actually knows what the fuck they're doing. Excuse my language. Okay? And yeah, for me, took maybe 60 days. I mean, I was like still disciplined, so like throughout the time, like I was saying no, but like in 60 days, I just saw my body come back. And the crazy part is, I was getting more jobs, I was getting more confidence, I had more girls looking at me. I was, you know what I mean? Like I was looking good, man. Like look at this first photo, man. I'm literally smoking a joint, no abs, uh, the benders, freaking perm, man. Like you know what I mean? I thought I was a pretty boy, and then boom, 60 days. Look at that, abs, chest popping, everything. No drugs, nothing, man. I'm telling you, I can do it. You can do it too. And why wouldn't you want a trainer that actually puts them through what they're gonna put you through? Okay. So next thing. Next one. All right, going back to my roots. See, I already spoke too soon and talked about it. Okay. So yeah, day one, that was my decision. In 60 days, there was a transformation, and I'm living proof. And I want this for you, man. I want this for you more than anything. And if you don't hear it in my voice, then damn, you don't have a heart. I'm just kidding. But no, I really do want this for you guys more than anything. Let's go to the next thing. Okay, here's our success story. One of them, semi-success story. But like I said, I like these stories because all the amazing ones you hear from everyone else, like trust me, I have plenty of those. We can get into those, but I want to tell you like the raw ones. Okay, so Alec right here. One of the best things he texted me in less than 30 days was, "This is the best I've ever felt. I'm finally willing to take my shirt off in public." Okay. Alec runs multiple successful business, makes seven figures, has a beautiful wife, but lost his edge. His wife reached out to me because he lost all his confidence. His wife, not him. He saw my social media stuff, but his wife reached out to me and said, "Hey, again, just like my story with Big Mike was, I don't know if you're the right guy for him, but like you might be because you guys are at the same age. You clearly like the same things he does, like music festivals, all that. He has his 9 to 5, and he's just losing it, man." And he told me when we had our conversation, um, we sat and talked for a minute, and you can just tell in his face, man. He was looking down. He wasn't really looking at me. He was pretty depressed. But the moment we start working together, I'm gonna understand you, okay? Because outside of these methods, it's about the relationship between you and I. That is the most important thing for me. I'm like I said, I'm gonna try and be your Scottie Pippen the whole way through. Um, I want this more for you than for me, every single time, man. And I think he truly felt that. And he came to a point where his in-laws, his like family, started to not recognize him, man. And it's the best he's felt. And dude, he started to figure out my methods so fast, even though we weren't done, that I think we stopped after 60-ish days. After 60-ish days, not even 3 months in, 2.5 months, he just wanted to stop. He's like, hey, he started making excuses. Like, hey, work is kicking up. It's kind of tough, but like, yeah, I lost my weight. I feel good. A little confidence. And he's like, oh, yeah, we'll talk when it's needed. And the funny part is he started to text me again. So, yeah, dude, I keep talking past before these freaking PowerPoint slides come in. But yeah, our first connection. And keep in mind, this is what I'm doing for you, okay? We will talk, we will meet. I'm gonna figure everything out about you, man. I'm gonna be your homie right out the gate, okay? And then in 60 days later, and I'm telling you, you're gonna see results in 30 days. You're going to see results in 30 days. And in 60 days, you're gonna be like, damn, okay? Best he's ever felt was no one can recognize him. No one can recognize. And we didn't. And he was still having a cheat meal every weekend. Whatever he wanted. I would say whatever you want. He's like, really? Yeah, it was whatever you want. He would drink sometimes. I think, you know what, to be honest, I think he was doing 2 cheat meals, to be honest. I don't think he told me sometimes. And I gave him a guide plan on meals. He wasn't even doing it completely right, and he was still losing weight. That's the crazy part. He wasn't even doing it completely right. He was just like half-assing the food part. He followed my guidance, but he didn't like do it to a T, and he still lost weight, okay? And then the 180 days, graduation. Well, we didn't get to graduation. He was a dropout. Even though I expect you to stay, some people leave sooner. It's normal because these methods, the system, the prime reset it's just so, it's not easy. It's just like, I'm a dummy, okay? That's how I look at it. I'm a dummy. 99% chance you're way smarter than me, okay? The fact that I can explain something to you, you're going to be like, wow, this is so dumb, but so obvious. But like, wow, I understand it. Like, this system is so easy to understand that a dumb dumb like me can explain it to you, right? And then you're gonna be like, wow, this is all I really have to do. Because really, it's just somebody simplifying it for you. Okay? Simplifying. That's all it's gonna be. Okay. The three-phase system. First month, 1 to 2, laying core foundations, completely custom to your goals, discovering your micro and macronutrients. Phase 2 is your reset, locking in, seeing results, prep your body to naturally keep the energy high. And then phase 3, the prime, turning heads. Everyone takes you seriously. Be the alpha you always wanted to become. And honestly, you guys can probably see the results a little bit sooner. This is just me doing it slowly in case you feel like doing your own thing. Okay, so I always got to prepare for the worst with everybody. But you can probably see the results in half the time, or 3/4 of the time. Okay. Training on your own schedule. The difference between me and other people is that I literally take all your excuses out. I know all your damn excuses at your age. Okay. And even if you're younger, if you're like the 24-year-old, 25-year-old that's interested in this, I already lived your life. You can't tell Unc. You can't outsmart Unc. Okay. I'm a dumb dumb, but not like that dumb. Okay. I take all your excuses out, man. You won't need countless hours at the gym unless you want them. We implement workouts as low as 20 minutes so you can hit it and fit your daily schedule. This system is designed to cut all your excuses out. So if you start slacking, it's truly a you problem. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm cutting everything out. I'm there for you. But if you're not going to put the work in, that's on you, man. Okay. Didn't mean to go there. Okay. Nutrition. The reason why I'm smiling right now is this right here, bro. This is the bread and butter. This is what separates me from everyone. If you thought I was separating from everyone, from everything I just explained, this is how I separate from everyone else. I teach nutrition better than anyone, and I say that in the most arrogant way possible. I know nutrition better than anyone, better than these genius, better than the people you see on TikTok, because it's not about do they know more information. It's how we deliver it, and it's how we get it in your head, and how we make you understand it and put in your daily life. I know how to incorporate nutrition, whether you're in corporate, whether you're an athlete, whether you're 24 years old, whether you're 34, whether you're 40, whether you're obese, whether you're super skinny. I make things so easy for you that this is what, when you understand this, this is the value of my program. Okay? The training, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Anyone can train you. Anyone. But I know my systems are sustainable. But I'm just saying, in general, anyone can train you. Okay? But not everyone can teach you nutrition. Not anyone can get you feeling good, looking good, all that without using ChatGPT. Okay? I don't do shortcuts. I don't believe in that. If you're working with me, I'm going to make sure you get the results that you actually need, not what a computer tells you. Because is it right? Sure, to an extent. To an extent. Trust me, I look through it. And sometimes I'm like, dude, this is like 80% right. Do you know how many times you actually correct ChatGPT? So you think they're just giving you the exact things every time? Come on, man. Like, don't be dumb. Okay. So here's how I break it down, but I can't give you the full, I can't give you the full secret sauce. But number one, we prioritize our protein. Number two, micronutrients and vitamins. This is very important. And understanding carbs and fats. Understand that fats and carbs is not going to make you fat. Having fats is not going to make you fat. Having carbs is not going to make you fat. Okay? And I am not going to put you through keto, carnivore, 24-hour fast. It fits your macros. This is just the true way of sustainability. I hacked the code. I did. So if there's any type of excitement that comes out of me, you guys heard me right here. Where am I most? It's this part, okay? If there's anything part of this prime reset, it's this part. This is the part where I'm like, yeah, I'm that guy, okay? And right here, this is really important for me, guys. Life doesn't stop, okay? Date nights, friends and family, minor setbacks. That is part of life. I'm not going to be the trainer to get on your ass and penalize you and make you feel like shit about things. The only time I'm going to make you feel like shit is just when you need to hold yourself more accountable, which is any coach, any trainer, okay? but I'm your friend. If I'm your friend or I'm your trainer, I'm going to treat you like that. A really good friend is going to hold you accountable, right? That's about it. But I understand date nights. If you have a wife and kids, or you're single and you're like meeting people, dude, this is very important to, like, yeah, you can be that guy like, oh, I can only eat really healthy, and it's like, yeah, that can make them, that can inspire them because like, oh wow, you're so disciplined and stuff. But sometimes that's not the situation. Okay, I've been in both. Sometimes you just need to be able to have a glass of wine or just kind of eat and share food with them and all that good stuff, right? Friends and family, especially me being Asian. You think I can say no to my mom's food or say no to a Korean parent? If you don't know Korean moms, they are insane. Okay, you can't say no to them, especially if they're making you food and you barely see them, right? So I understand all that. And creating memories is the most important thing, no matter what. Even if you're prioritizing your health is number one. But I've said this before, the most important thing in life is time. We're not promised tomorrow. Okay, so creating memories is just as valuable as taking care of your body. It is. You should still be able to go out, hang out with your friends, be happy. Don't be that guy that's just like, I gotta eat a protein bar right now. Or like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna put you in that route. I want you to be able to still live freely. But the more you learn and understand yourself, the more you're gonna be able to figure out how to balance everything. And that's the most important part. And when it comes to minor setbacks, dude, that's part of life. I miss workouts too. You see, I'm at a rave festival right now, even though, like, I was there for a jewelry brand, for my jewelry brand and stuff. We're all wearing it, which is dope. And don't mind the red flag thing. Halloween. But, yeah, man, dude, you have setbacks. There's days and weekends that you just want to have fun. And that's okay. Because you're still going to get results. Okay? Anyone who tells you no, it's just, dude, it's just not fair. Life doesn't have to be perfect. If you try to live life perfect, you're gonna suffer. So again, I'm here to create a sustainable, balanced life, and I'm here to just coach you through it all and understand that even though your health is very important, your life in general, experiences and memories, and being present, that is just as important. Okay, you just want to look and feel good while you're doing it. Okay, next slide. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Okay. So, if you are ready to transform, okay, if you want to regain your confidence, lose body fat the right way, feel like an alpha again, have a system that works for you, and you're ready to make a commitment to yourself, turn heads, finally have a system that works, this is it. This is it. And again, I can't believe I even wrote this. I was like, damn, should I even put this in? But I was like, that's how confident I am. 180-day money back guarantee. If you don't see results, I'll give you all your money back. I'll give you all your money back. And guess what? You can't scam me because you're going to see it. You're going to buy new clothes. You're going to be like, oh, it didn't work. And I'm like, you lost 50 pounds. Or it's like, you have a six pack. You got a girlfriend. Your wife wants to pull your pants down right now. Like, you know what I mean? Your kids call you Superman. Like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, you're right. You tried. You know what I mean? It's a joke. I had one guy who actually did that. I was like, I don't think this worked. And I'm like, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm like, dude, you've literally been telling me you've been getting laid like every other week for the past 2 months. You know what I mean? And he's been with me for a while. But yeah, it's just such a funny thing. He's like, no, I'm just kidding, man. So I'm telling you, it's all you gotta do is commit to yourself, and I promise you're gonna see results. So last slide. Oh, last slide. Let's get to it. Look at that logo. BK. That was my basketball logo when I was playing basketball. That was on like shoes and shirts and stuff. Let me have my moment, all right? I'm gloating a little bit, I was very proud of that. But yeah, man, let's get you going. Let's book your call. I believe in this so much that I'm getting excited just thinking about working with you. If you're not ready, it's okay. I'll still be here waiting because I guarantee you'll come back sooner or later. I'm sure if you're in a situation where it's either me or somebody else, I get it. I'm not here to say I'm better than them. I don't think I'm better than anyone. I just know my shit works. And I believe at the end of the day, I'm one of the most relatable people you'll meet. And I think that at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. Having a trainer or a coach that understands you, that wants to be there for you, that is not going to gloat how much money I have and the cars that I drive and the light. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about that. I don't care about any of that. I just want to see you win. I really do. That is the most important thing to me. And every time I put my faith in front, that's the biggest thing that my heart always says, especially like it's coming to me right now. It's like, if you join and you're with me, I just want to see you win. It's the best feeling in the world. And I really mean that. Okay. Pricing. So let's get to the meat and potatoes. And, you're going to be like, woo, but custom workouts, custom meal guidance plan, daily contact, weekly check-ins, and changes, and guaranteed results. Okay. 3-month plan, see the price, $2,500. If you do 6 months, get a little discount, it's $4,500. Okay. I'm telling you this right now. Invest in your health. Invest in your health. If you want to go to those $500 a month people, $200 a month, I'm telling you, you're going to get $500 results. Think about it. If somebody really believes in their product, really believes in their business, really believes in their results, am I really going to charge you something like that? Come on. We're all at age now. You know what I mean? We're all at age right now. We know the game. Everyone knows the game. And you probably think I know the game too. Like, oh, he's just a really good talker. Dude, my background shows you what I can do. I'm walking proof of it. My clients are walking proof of it. I don't know. You know what I mean? I just have to value where I'm at. And if anything, I'm giving you guys a major discount right now. Because I think it's worth more. I really do. And then the 6-month plan, dude, like I said, this is an investment in your health and your wealth. Okay? Look good, feel good. Look good, feel good, and everything else is going to follow. Okay? So, yeah, you guys know how to reach me. It's either on social media, or if you got this, shoot me on a DM on BenjiKill_. Book your call. Got the Calendly on my page as well. However you want, I'm ready for you. I want to be there for you. And yeah, if you have any more questions, guys, reach out. I want to help out, okay? Set up a call, answer more questions. And like I said, I guarantee you results, but I just guarantee that you're going to learn something and you're going to actually get something out of this. And I think that's the most valuable thing, is that you're not just leaving, losing weight, and maybe feeling a little better. And that's all I'm giving you. You're gonna get friendship out of this. You're gonna get results out of this. You're gonna get knowledge out of this. You're gonna get confidence out of this. And most importantly, you're gonna get sustainability out of this. That is the prime reset. So if you are in your late 20s, early 30s, or even later, or even if you're younger and you just want to do it the right way, prime reset, baby. This is it. All right. Take care.